empowering women is important for society as a whole because we live in an unequal society, in a society that it's not equal not only for women but also for men who want to behave in a different way than what a good man is supposed to be, who are not necessarily strong and rational and want to pursue a professional career and get to the top, and men who want to do things related to care activities or enjoy personal life and things like that are also having a problem with the system. So empowering women, it's a way of making women more equal and more free to make their own choices. And in the end, the idea of empowering women is this idea of challenging the way things are. And I think it's important in this context to take into account that empowering is not only an individual process, like I will be empowered to make choices, but it's a collective thing. We as a collective are empowered to change the choices that are available to us. I think that's the key issue, and sometimes that's forgotten and it's only taken as an individual development thing. I think this empowering thing and the move towards equality is only going forwards. We cannot stop it, and it might be in a standby sometimes, but it can never go backwards, because even if it goes backwards in some places, it will go forward in others. And we have to bear in mind that it's a very high goal we are aiming at. We are trying to change the world as it is, and that's very utopian. So it's obviously not a thing that can be done in a very short period of time. And I can see the progress of the empowerment of women in the sense that some things that were issues for struggle 10 years ago are now taken for granted, and that some young women are doing things naturally in a sense that before were very strange. So in the sense that they can do that, then I can see the change and evolution, a positive evolution. The danger of that is to assume that they are doing them naturally because there was no struggle behind, that they take them for granted. That's the danger of the advancement sometimes, this idea that equality is already achieved because it's laws support women and women can do anything, and if they don't do it, it's because they choose not to do it. And this is the very dangerous idea of being too positive, in the sense that every time you take something for granted or you don't fight for it, it's very likely that it will be lost. Of course, you fight it again and you earn the right again, but that's the only danger. Still, I like to always to offer an optimistic view, and if we think of small steps or a small context, it's easier to be pessimistic, like no, things are going backwards, young women and young men are very stereotypical, girls just want to get married and have babies and be home, and men want wives who will be doing their domestic work. But if we think from a broader perspective, patriarchy, which is the system that produces this gender inequality, has been working for thousands of years in history, and it exists all around the world. And feminism and women's struggle for citizenship rights is very new, only from 200 years ago. So we have come a long way in a very short period of time, and now we have to make stable those changes and go on. But the progress is very impressive, and it's moving to other places in the world, so I think it's good.